Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Happy Saturday, everybody. Good morning. So currently I am starting my day. I woke up at 8 this morning, and as you can see, my kitchen's a little out of place. I have stuff all over the counter. Me and my husband woke up this morning and we decided to just start peeling off my cabinets right here. Y'all saw that I was trying to redo my cabinets at one point, and I had wrapped my cabinets and we got halfway through, but at the time my husband had went on a job, and honestly it's kind of hard to do this with one person, so I kind of held it off for a while, I'm not gonna lie. But while I had held it off, over time I kind of saw the wear and tear. So I kind of got to that point where it's probably not gonna last. I guess cooking as much as I do and being in the kitchen as much as I do, it probably won't hold up long term. It was good while it lasted, but you kind of saw it like shrinking a little bit. So in my opinion, I just thought there was no point in finishing it. But now we have a little bit of time to just start peeling everything off, but it's just taking a little bit. It is a process. It's kind of sticky as well. So we've been cleaning it as we go and using a little bit of Goo Gone and a little bit of Dawn Power Spray. So it's been going good, but it's a little bit of a process. So you're going to see kind of things out of place. But we started that this morning, and I kind of just wanted to take y'all along our day today. I'm going to be showing y'all what I'm going to be eating keto meal wise. And then we're also going to be taking my boys swimming today. So we're just going to have a little family outing day. I don't really have any meals planned. I'm kind of just winging it. I have some ingredients in my fridge that I need to use up. I have been fasting. Currently, it's already going to be 12 in the afternoon. I've actually been fasting. I didn't even have dinner last night. I haven't really been feeling hungry. I kind of just snacked last night. I ate like a pickle, some beef jerky, and I had some low-calorie popcorn. And I kind of just been snacking. I haven't been too hungry lately. I don't know why. But, oh, you know what? I have actually started a new medication for anxiety, and it kind of cures my appetite. So I think that's kind of what it's been. But this morning I'm kind of hungry, and I have some ingredients in my fridge that I need to use up. So we're going to go ahead and make like an easy keto breakfast scramble, just using some veggies and some eggs. But first we're going to go ahead and make my coffee. This is the coffee that I've been having about every single day. I just kind of stick with the same thing. Sometimes I do add a protein shake to this. But since we're making a breakfast, I'm not going to be having a protein shake. I'm just going to have regular coffee. So I just go in with ice, and then I've been going in with my unsweetened almond milk. I think my husband's just looking up like a different way that we could, I guess, do our cabinets. I kind of just wanted a little quick like updating type of thing, but it just didn't last too long. So I think we're going to paint them eventually. We'll get there and see what we could do. All right. And then I go in with this Nescafe ice roast, and you can just put this straight into the ice and it just dissolves. That's why I like this. I go in with like 3 scoops. And then any sugar-free syrup that you like. I get these at Marshall's. This brand specifically, the Mateos. The Thin S'mores is my favorite. I like anything chocolate, but it's hard to find, especially around this time. And then I kind of just add a tablespoon. And that adds like sweetness as well. And then usually I go in with half and half, but I kind of ran out. So I'm going to go in with these sugar-free creamers. I had like these little coffee mate creamers that my husband had wanted to put in like his diet sodas to add a little creaminess, but they're actually 0 sugar. So these are the 0 sugar French vanilla coffee mate creamers. And I'm just going to go ahead and use these instead. I'm going to go in with 2. All right, and then this is my coffee. And then for my egg scramble, I'm just going to go in with some eggs. And I had these smoky breakfast sausage links, so I'm going to add these in. And then I had some veggies I have to use up. So I went in with, I'm going to go in with some green bell pepper. I have a little tomato and then a little onion. All right, guys, I'm going to use my chopper to chop my veggies because it's just way easier. And since it's a scramble, I'm going to toss everything together anyways. So I'm gonna go in. This was a big green bell pepper that I had got, so I'm not gonna go in with the whole thing, but I'm just gonna go in with a piece of it. And I kind of just cut it down a little bit smaller to fit into the chopper. And then I had half a Roma tomato left. All right, I have like pieces of onion in this bag because sometimes I don't use a lot and I kind of just save it. All right, all our veggies are chopped, and honestly, I'm also gonna add in the sausages to the chopper since I'm just gonna scramble everything together. Like I said, I'm gonna go in with 2 of these smoky breakfast sausage links. We can just add it right on here. See, it makes it easier. I like this. All right, now we got our scramble that we're gonna go ahead and cook up in our pan. To my pan, I'm gonna go ahead and add a tablespoon of this grass-fed butter, just so we can go ahead and saute all our veggies and sausage. And I'm just gonna go ahead and cook these until my veggies are tender. And on the side, I'm gonna go ahead and scramble up 3 eggs in a bowl. I'm gonna add a little bit of this Uncle Chris's steak seasoning. I like this seasoning on veggies, and I think it just adds really good flavor. So I'm gonna add a little bit of that and then just some salt and pepper. All right, my veggies are, I think they're pretty tender already. The sausage is cooked through. I went ahead and cracked 3 eggs and I kind of just pre-scramble them before I add them. I like to fluff them up a bit. The only other thing I'm gonna add to this is probably some salsa, and then I'm gonna melt down a little bit of cheese. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and go in with a little bit of mild cheddar cheese. You can definitely put this in a low carb tortilla. That's what I was gonna do, but I'm actually having low carb tortillas for dinner tonight, so I don't wanna have too many. So I'm just gonna go ahead and keep this in a simple bowl. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and just pour my egg scramble and then top it off. I like Diablo hot sauce from Taco Bell, so I bought like the little bottle. They never sell it at H-E-B or Kroger, but I found it at Walmart, so I grab it whenever I can. All right, this is going to be my first meal of the day, just a simple egg scramble, and then I have my coffee on the side. And yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and eat this for breakfast, and then I'm gonna get ready and we're gonna head off to the pool just to have a little family day. Get Brenda. Good job, you got past the turtle. Oh, you almost did it. All right, guys, we are back from the pool. We were there like 2.5 hours, and then I quickly went to Kroger really quick just to pick up some things for dinner. My husband really wanted some lasagna today, so I'm making lasagna for my family, but of course we are going to be keto-fying dinner. So my initial thought, I was like, okay, what can I replace? There's a lot of things that you could replace lasagna noodles with during keto. Veggie wise, I like to either go in with sliced like zucchini, very thin, like sheets of zucchini. So that was my initial thought, but they didn't have any zucchini at the store. So I opted out for eggplant. Eggplant is another great way to make lasagna. So today we are making with eggplant. Another way, there's like a couple ways that I like to make like spaghetti lasagna. I like to make it with cabbage leaves. I was actually going to do that one, but that one takes a little bit to do. But you can also make like leaves of cabbage and you can layer it and make a lasagna that way. If you want kind of like a spaghetti, you can do it with spaghetti squash, or they sell like keto noodle replacements. But a lot of times those have kind of like, it just depends which ones you get. The konjac noodles, usually they have a little texture to them. So honestly, I kind of love to just make lasagna with vegetables most of the time. So today we're actually going to be doing it with eggplant. So that is later on for dinner, but I went to the store, grabbed those ingredients really quickly. Now we're back home. The boys, they were out in the sun. They're laying down and we're pooped, okay? I just want to I didn't swim. The boys, they went down the slide. We were swimming. Me and my husband kind of just relaxed. I'll be honest with you. I do not like to get tanned. I do not like to get any darker than this. I hate that I have to change my makeup, and I don't know. I just don't like to do it. I do not like to look tanned. So I didn't want to be in the sun, and the sun has been brutal. So I just didn't want to be in the sun. So me and my husband kind of chilled while we let the boys swim. And then, yeah, so now I'm going to go ahead and have a snack. I definitely came home. I need tons of water, so I'm drinking water. Oh, by the way, while I was on the way there, I did have a Celsius. I'm not one to drink energy drinks. I rarely drink energy drinks. They upset my stomach. They're just like too much. But I don't know, one day, I don't know what made me just try a Celsius. I tried one before, which was a cherry flavor, but I felt like that one was too strong and I didn't really like it. This last time they had them at a store near me and it just caught my eye and I was like, let me just try one. I got the Cosmic Vibe ones. They have this one and another one and they're actually really good. So I've been having these every once in a while. So this is the Cosmic Vibe Sparkling Fruit Punch Edition. There was another one I had tried. I think that was like cherry or I don't remember what it was, but the Cosmic Vibe flavors are really good. So I drank that on the way to the swimming pool. But now we're gonna go ahead and make a little healthy but delicious snack, and it's a cold one and it's just delicious. You could prep these and take them to the pool. I didn't take anything to the pool because he had to pay to bring food in and we were just going for a little bit. So I'm going in with some sweet peppers with some cream cheese smeared inside. It's delicious. I like to just eat it like that, or we can put like an everything bagel seasoning on it or like an avocado toast seasoning on it, and it's really good. Honestly, I could eat a ton of these little peppers. Like I could eat a handful of these. I could snack on these all day long. They're very sweet and then it just mixes well with the cream cheese. And they have different flavorings of cream cheese that you could buy. I just had some original cream cheese on hand, so I'm just going to use that and just add my own seasoning. But they have different cream cheese flavors that you can definitely go in with. Just be careful with like, I don't know, I think they might have like sweet ones, but just be careful with those that have sugar if you're just doing strict keto. But overall, peppers, I mean, they're a great little snack, especially these little ones. Okay, sometimes I smear the cream cheese like inside, or I'll like take a knife, like a butter knife, and put it to the side and dip it. So I just take some. Try not to overdo it with the cream cheese. Just a healthy amount of cream cheese. And I just fill each one up, or you can just leave it off to the side and do it whenever. I don't have the everything bagel seasoning, but I'm going to put this avocado toast seasoning on there. It's kind of like the same thing. But let me know what kind of seasoning y'all like to put on stuff like this. I like to kind of change it up. I usually just stick with this one, but I would like to change like the flavor to it a little bit with some seasonings. But this is a quick and easy snack for after the pool, and it's refreshing. Right now, I'm just going to go lounge in bed and watch some TV for a little bit before we jump into dinner. They're sweet and creamy. It's like the perfect crunchy snack. They're so good. All right, guys, I'm going to sit down enjoy my snack, and we'll be back later on for dinner. Stay tuned for the eggplant lasagna. All right, guys, since lasagna takes a little bit to cook, I'm gonna go ahead and start on dinner. So we're gonna start making the meat mixture first. And I am making this for me and my family, but of course I'm just replacing mine with eggplant. Like I said, it's gonna come out super good. But the base of the lasagna is gonna be the same. I'm just replacing the noodle. I have my pan heating through, and I'm gonna go ahead and go in with ground beef. I'm only gonna do half because I'm also gonna add in some Italian sausage. First, I like to go ahead and cook this through, break it apart as much as I can, and then I'll go ahead and season it. All right, guys, my meat is cooked through. I broke it down. I'm gonna go in with the seasonings that I like to go in with. Season with what you like. I like to go in with a good amount of Italian seasoning. And I did get the grease out and drain that, so make sure you drain it. We're gonna go in with some garlic powder, some salt and black pepper. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take the meat out and set it to the side. My husband doesn't like a whole bunch of meat in his lasagna because he's weird, but I'm gonna separate it just to incorporate it little by little. I'm gonna simmer my sauce. I'm just using jar sauce. I'm not making homemade sauce right now, okay? I'm seasoning it with the same seasonings that I seasoned the meat with. And then I'm just gonna let this simmer for a bit. All right, guys, I already got a jump start on my family's lasagna. So after I let the sauce simmer, I just started layering their lasagna because I had cooked the noodles already. I like to just keep the meat separate because, like I said, my husband doesn't like a whole bunch of meat. So I kind of just layer everything individually. But while theirs is already in the oven, I actually need to start putting the eggplant in the oven. So since we're making an eggplant lasagna, you're gonna go ahead and slice your eggplant into thin slices, like just for like kind of resembling lasagna sheets. So it just depends on how like thick your eggplant is or the shape of it, and just work with it the best that you can. And you're gonna slice it into like slices just like this, but we're gonna go ahead and roast these in the oven before we start layering our lasagna. Okay, once you have your slices, you're gonna put them on a baking sheet. I'm gonna go ahead and put a piece of parchment paper, and then you're just gonna lay your eggplant slices on here. I'm also just gonna put the other pieces of eggplant that didn't really come out onto slices just because I don't wanna waste it, so I'm just gonna roast it. Now you're gonna take some oil. I'm using avocado oil. And you're gonna spray the top of your eggplants so they could roast in the oven. And you just wanna top this off with some salt and pepper. And you're gonna pop these in at a 400-degree oven for about 15 to 20 minutes. All right, my eggplant has been roasting and they are nice and roasted. I'm just gonna let them cool down for a few minutes, and then we're gonna go ahead and start layering our lasagna. Before we start layering, I like ricotta cheese in my lasagna, so I'm gonna go ahead and whip some up. I'm gonna take just half of this container of ricotta cheese. I don't need too much. And then I'm gonna crack an egg in it. And then again, I pretty much just go in with the same seasonings, but I am going to add in some red chili flakes. All right, we got our ricotta mixture. Now, we're gonna go ahead and start layering our lasagna. First, I'm just gonna lay some sauce down at the bottom. And I know this is probably not gonna be perfect just because of like the shapes of the eggplants, but we're gonna at least try to get 2 layers. I mean, I guess these little pieces come in handy. Okay, eggplant first. Then I'm just gonna put some of the ricotta on each one, just so it's easier to spread first. Then we're gonna go in with some more red sauce. Next is the ground sausage and ground beef. And y'all know how to make lasagna. We're just gonna be layering. Now, I know people don't like yellow cheese in their lasagna. Sometimes I personally do. and my family does too. So I had put some yellow cheese on their lasagna. I'm gonna go in with some of mine. And then I'm also gonna go in with some mozzarella. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and repeat the layers. But there's only 2 layers, so it's not much. But I'll kind of just eat like a stack. It's just so good. We have one more piece left. This looks amazing to me. All right, last layer is going to be the cheese. These are gonna make some delicious leftovers for sure. All right, and then I always just top it off with some more Italian seasoning. We're gonna go ahead and cover this with some foil. All right, you guys, it's been halfway through. Honestly, I don't know how long it's been in here. I kind of measure lasagna with my heart, but look at how delicious that looks. It's so melty. But now I'm gonna go ahead and uncover it, and we're gonna push it back in there until it's nice and crispy. Look at my dog. Look at Linky. Linky. She's always waiting for food to drop. Never fails. I just gave him some lasagna. The family tore up the lasagna. Tore up the lasagna. They loved it. Came out delicious. So they already ate. Now I'm just waiting for mine. And it already looks delicious. So I can't wait for it to be done. I gave my dogs second lasagnas because they deserve it. And they tore it up as well. I like to treat my dogs every now and then. But our eggplant lasagna is done. It just smelt done. I eyeball lasagna. I go based off of smell. I don't know. I just do. But it is perfect. Look at that. Oh my God. Obviously, it's very, very hot. So I'm going to let it cool down for a good minute. And we do want to let it settle because if you just cut it in while it's like hot, it's just going to be a sloppy mess. Even though lasagna is messy, it still will be a sloppy mess. You got to let it cool down. So we're just going to let this settle down. And I'm only having this. I honestly, truthfully, I had got some broccolini from the store because I just wanted like some broccoli with it. Should I cook some up? I just like the way the red sauce tastes with broccolini, but I feel like this is just gonna alone just fill me up. I feel like lasagna is so hearty and heavy. So I just feel like it just goes well by itself, especially since we're having eggplant, we're having a veggie anyways. So honestly, I might just eat this by itself. But I love me some broccolini with lasagna. Definitely give it a try. But yeah, looks amazing, smells amazing. We're just gonna go ahead and let this cool down and then we'll cut right into it and give it a try. All right, I patiently waited as long as I could for my eggplant lasagna to cool down, but I can't wait anymore. So we're gonna go ahead and cut right into it and get us a hefty slice. Oh, I'm so excited. I love lasagna. So this is definitely going to hit that comfort spot for me. Oh yeah. All right, we'll start off with one slice and see how far we get. But look at that. Eggplant lasagna, keto, low carb approved. It looks delicious. Let's dig in. I'm so excited. You guys, that sun drained me. But me and my husband, we're just relaxing. We're watching a couple YouTube videos while we eat. And I think we're going to go ahead and play some Call of Duty after dinner. But after I enjoy this, I don't know. If I get too comfortable, I might knock out. If you ever made this before, let me know what you think of it. Or what's your favorite way to make keto lasagna? How do you like to do it? Let me know down in the comments below. But all right, let's dig in. That's delicious. This is so good. This is going to be so filling. The ricotta is delicious, and I have the perfect amount of spicy mixed with the sausage from the red chili flakes. I love it. But all right, you guys, I'm going to go ahead, sit down and enjoy my dinner. We'll be back later on. I don't know. Usually I have like a little snack sometimes while I'm gaming. So we'll see how I feel later. But I'm going to devour this. If you happen to make it, let me know what you think.